Right. And then we go.
When Eric's chewing this today, we'll make sure that we mute. And when we're talking, we'll mute too. We haven't seen each other all day.
Oh. All right.
That's why I'm in such a good mood.
We are live.
Mackie.
The things we say that we know we should not say.
See, I don't have that filter. They just come out. I don't even know if I shouldn't say them. I just say them.
Oh, you run it by me first, Eric, and then I'll
Run it by Dorothy.
Dorothy, yeah, Dorothy's a good filter.
Since we had some people over on Sunday and we were talking about, I guess it's just that there's an account on, is it on Facebook or Instagram or something, or God, and somebody was saying, I think that God is a woman. And I go, I'm pretty sure God isn't a woman because she wouldn't have screwed things up so bad.
That got a chuckle.
But I didn't use screwed. I used.
Yes, you did.
I said.
We can guess.
Did you say something worse? Oh,
Yes.
yeah, you did.
Okay, looks like we're on. So good evening, everyone. Virtual wine tasting in the era of post-coronavirus, because apparently we're out of the pandemic. It's May 9th, 2023. Tonight we're covering Fort Ross Seaview AVA in Sonoma Valley. I am still your wine. No, so Eric, I haven't taken a picture of myself, so we're still using this guy as me.
Yeah, but can't you just superimpose your face on that guy with your?
But he has a hat like that.
I do have a hat like that. I guess yeah.
Well, make it simple on yourself.
I haven't worked on it, so yeah, whatever. Still this guy.
That.
And
it's all
these
sticky
guys,
on this.
these are the tasting panel.
Oh, okay.
And
No, that's right. You usually
I'm
just-
trying to figure out which one I want to be now. I think I want to change.
oh, I'm the wine bottle.
There were 3 wine bottles.
I'm all 3.
Depending on your mood.
Tonight I'm probably the one I'm drinking tonight, the rainy. You guys know the routine. Why don't Bill, you and Dorothy go first?
Okie doke. We'll see if we make it.
Yeah, we were Bill and Dorothy from Fairfield, California, and we are drinking a Fort Ross Vineyard and Winery 2018 Pinot Noir, 13.5 alcohol content. And if we can live up to the billing on the bottle and the website, this will be dynamite wine. We'll find out. So it says the vineyard clings to the steep Sonoma coast ridges that tower over the Pacific Ocean. Vibrant layers of fruit, fine structure, and seamless balance. So 94 points from Wine and Spirits. And it was picked as the year's best U.S. Pinot by Wine and Spirits. 90 points by Wine Spectator, 90 points by Wine Enthusiast. So that's all positive stuff that should be good. So it says red berry flavors and mineral brilliance to darker tannins. Black currants at the underside of ripeness against the bright, zesty red fruit flavor. So that's a lot of flowery stuff, and I'm hoping it's that good.
Oh, we need to get our Pinot glasses. I got the wrong glasses.
Thank you. Nan and Scott.
Scott and Nan from Waynesburg, Ohio, and we are drinking this. It's Flowers, Seaview Ridge. It's an estate bottled. It's a Pinot Noir, a recent one, 2021. It's 13.5% alcohol. On the back, it says that its proximity to the ocean is 1.8 miles and the elevation is 1875 feet.
Wow.
So let me tell you, this is worth the extra dollars. It's very good.
Oh, good. Glad to hear that. Sharon, Eric.
Glad to hear that. We have a dilemma today because, first of all, thank you very much for this series of tasting. We know nothing about Sonoma, so it makes it a little more difficult when we go to purchase the wines. We don't know any of the AVAs. So the first one that because it's on the list that I put in the basket is what Nan and Scott are drinking. Same exact thing, because it was on our list.
Yeah.
Although it doesn't say Fort Ross Seaview, it says Sonoma Coast, just like we talked about last week, is that they don't always have it on there.
Sure.
Well, after I filled up my basket, does yours say Sonoma Coast?
No, it says Seaview Ridge.
Oh, now mine doesn't. But it didn't say on our instructions, it didn't say Seaview Ridge. It said Fort Ross Seaview.
Yeah.
So as I was walking away from picking up the flowers, I picked up this bottle, which is Del Dito. And it's also Pinot. It's a 2018 versus a 2021.
Yeah.
It's 14.6% alcohol versus 13.9. Would you like to read what this is on the back? Because I can't see it.
From Sonoma Coast. It has a rating of 4.4 out of 5. So where did you stop?
I didn't read anything. To talk about what it
Picture
is.
yourself at the top of King Ridge on the Sonoma Coast overlooking the Pacific Ocean. Can you hear the silence? No, I can't. The cry of the hawk, the warble of the turkey, and the grunting of the wild pigs. You are now at the home of this Singhale, pronounced Chingale.
About our tasting panel?
Yeah. Italian for wild boar. Where does it say the percent?
Does it down there, but does it have tasting notes?
Nope.
Okay. I'm sorry, David, what did you say?
I'm being funny. I just said it sounds like they're describing our tasting group.
Oh, so I don't know if this is, I know that you have this one to talk about tonight. I don't know if we have this one, and we don't know which one to open.
Oh.
We haven't opened yet.
Good.
Well, I would.
The flowers you have, is that a Pinot Noir?
Yes, they're both Pinots.
Oh,
Pinot
it's very
Noirs.
good.
What year is the Pinot?
The flowers is 21. The
It's
That's
2018.
Del Dotto is 2018.
Red, savory, and classic.
I would give it Del Dotto, just so you have something a little different, and then you know it's from Fort Ross.
Okay.
I got a question for you, David.
Yeah, we went to Del Dotto with Greg and Jackie on our first trip there.
Those aren't
And we went to the caves.
Yeah.
And the Del Dotto that we bought was expensive there. It was a cab though.
Yeah.
In fact, I think we still have at least one bottle. So it's probably, before 14. But I would think it was not Sonoma. Is there two different Del Dottos there?
Oh no! So what they're just sourcing the grapes from that area. They're in Napa. They've got now 3 places. They've got the 2 Del Dottos, and they have what the other one's called, the new one. But they're both they do one's in St. Helena and one's in Napa. I'm not sure which one this is. But so a lot of wineries get grapes from elsewhere, and where both the Del Dottos are, they're not going to. Oh, I have the same glass. They're not going to be growing Pinot Noir there, so they're going to source their grapes from somewhere else.
It looks very light.
It's a Pinot.
A Pinot. And I don't have a Pinot. I have one.
What'd you have?
I have a Ramey Chardonnay.
Oh.
Oh, yummy.
This is It's a 2020 vintage, and there's nothing on the back, and I didn't look it up. I don't have details on Ramey, but so they source their grapes. So their winery is in Healdsburg, but they're getting grapes from the Fort Ross Seaview AVA, and it's a 14.5% alcohol, which is a little bit high for a Chardonnay, but when I taste it, it is when I smell it, it's putting forth the obvious Chardonnay aromas of apple. So the range of aromas for a Chard could be from crisp green apples to bruised yellow apples. Depending on how the ripeness. This, I believe, it's 14.5%. It doesn't feel like they did malolactic fermentation because it's super crisp, super high acid. So it kind of, I think it kind of masks the high alcohol too. And it's pretty tasty.
Is it fruit forward
Fruity
and ending?
Tart on the end, on the finish.
So really not like the ones that I like that are more buttery.
So I would say not buttery because it's, I would say the butteriness comes from malolactic fermentation, the secondary fermentation. I don't think this has that. So you're not getting the butterscotch, butteriness. You're getting more the green apples.
Have you tasted it yet?
I like it.
So this is not as good as last week's.
Let's find out some more about Fort Ross Seaview. Oops. What's going on? Okay, slideshow. Oh, what we need to do? We need to go back here. Okay. There we go. Got that?
Oh, he does have Ramey.
Yeah, that's the one. I picked it up. And we do have flowers, but it's and we do have Fort Ross. That's pretty funny. We have the three wineries represented. Okay, so which one are you tonight, Sharon?
I think I'm the lady behind the flowers. Yes.
What flowers? Oh, the flowers bottle.
Yes.
Flowers.
Fucking
It
flowers.
looks like a rose. Looks like a rose in here.
I think Nan is the baby tonight. Oh, Scott's next to Ramey. He's the little boy to the left of Ramey. Yep, there you go.
No,
Everybody.
I'm right behind the Ramey bottle. I just went to the bathroom.
Behind our bottle.
I think we should have Bill be the papa in the middle with the beard.
This is Bill.
Yeah.
Weird. Only if I could. It's pretty scarce.
Well, and so you see, there's two men with mustaches. So which one's going to be David?
Maybe I'll be this guy.
Okay, then we'll have Eric be the other guy in the far
I
corner.
want to be this lady.
No, that's me.
Oh, that's you? I thought you were this.
No,
You're that me?
I'm that lady.
Okay, then I'm
That's you.
not even in the
No,
picture.
you're right there. You're next to
There's
Ramey.
too much hair.
This is you, right here,
That's what you used to look like when you had hair.
No.
right there. You're looking. You're. I could just read your mind. WTF? Right there. I see it. Oh, here's the song.
Ooh,
This is
that's
to
Shelley
Shelley
Cabaret.
Cabaret, the tune of Johnny Angel.
Oh my gosh. From the 50s?
Boy.
Johnny Angel.
I don't remember that one.
I don't. I can't. I don't remember that.
You can't sing that. You want me to try? You gonna make me sing it?
Johnny Angel.
I can, if I can.
Johnny Angel.
Dorothy, are you there?
Yeah.
Hey, Siri, play Johnny Angel.
I know you know this song, Dorothy.
Dorothy, you should have
Are
said
you an angel to me?
Hey, Dorothy, you should have said I'm frozen.
Oh, usually, yeah.
Johnny
What do you
Angel.
think, Dorothy? You can do it.
No, I can't.
Really?
Bill would have a better.
The red wine for me.
Pinot Noir. How I love it. It's got something I can't resist. How cool, thin skin, grape, and bold light wine persists. Carnival, how I want some, and how I tingle when I sip some down. Every time it passes my lips, my heart begins to fly. I get carried away, I dream of it and me, and how it's gonna be. Other Vinos, Vinos tease me with ratings great, but I just wanna say I'd rather concentrate on Pinot Noir, 'cause I love it, and I pray that someday it'll love me. Together we will see how lovely my wine will be. Oh, Pinot Noir, you're the red wine for me. Oh, Pinot Noir, you're the red wine for me. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I like to do the lyrics, but I don't sing, so it just doesn't work. Thank
Is
you,
this
Eric.
Shelley Fabre or somebody else in this picture?
No,
This
that's
is Shelley
Shelley
Fabre.
Fabre.
That is Shelley Fabre, yeah.
Yep.
So the story
It's not
behind
Nanette
it is-
Fabre, it's Shelley
that-
Fabre.
Yeah, Shelley. So way back in the day, when the Donna Reed show
Mhm.
and the what was it, Ozzie and Harriet
Yep.
were on TV, and then Ricky Nelson, their son, started singing, and their ratings went up high. And whatever network that Donna Reed show was on, it says, "Okay, Shelley, you're gonna have to sing because you have to compete with Ricky Nelson." So that's she was not a singer where Ricky Nelson was. She did a pretty good job. So that was that's how her singing career started.
Yeah, I
So
don't
let's-
think, still didn't compare the shows because Ozzie and Harriet was still, I mean, they had a regular thing with Ricky Nelson doing.
Yeah, well, he was an
Dance.
actual professional singer.
Right. I love that show.
But
Yeah,
I'm
they
curious,
were actually both good, but yeah.
they don't spell it the same way. I'm wondering if there's two different Fabres.
Yeah, Nanette Fabre.
No, there's a Shelley though. It says including results for Shelley Fabres today, but they spell it Shelley with the EY and Fabres is Fabares.
It's a different person.
Is it a different person? That's why I was wondering.
Yeah, it's
Or
a
I could
completely
spelled it
different
too.
person.
Or
But
I
this one
just
here
spelled it.
says age 79. How old would she be?
That
79.
sounds about right. That sounds about right.
Is there a picture, Nan?
Yeah, but of her today.
What is she? Can we see it?
Okay.
No, I can't see it very well.
Yeah. I don't.
I'll tell
I
you
just-
what. Oh,
I
I looked her
bet you
up.
that was.
Okay, so,
I really don't care.
yeah, so,
It's
I
interesting,
typed it the
Scott.
way David had it, and this is what came up.
so so on, what's the name of this app that I have? They call her Shelley Fabres. So I don't know where that, maybe that's how they released the song.
So she's an American actress and singer.
It's the same person.
Television roles as
It's
Mary
the same person.
sitcom,
I-
the
I
Donna
could have
Reed.
gotten her name spelled wrong, so that could be.
I bet it's her because this is another picture of her. I mean,
Yep, that's
Oh,
her.
that was just, that's
Yeah,
her.
you spelled the name wrong, but
yeah.
Oh,
Fabre.
and that never happened before. This is the first time.
I know.
Yeah, so
Oh,
even
I was just
even
because I don't
even
know
on
her.
the song
I
it
was
says spells the
concentrating on
name.
the lyrics and
Oh,
singing
Nanette
the lyrics.
Fabre, aunt.
Yeah.
And that's where my name came from, was Nanette Fabre. But they spell it different.
Yeah.
On here, they only have one N in there, and I
Wait,
do.
did you spell it different? Wait. No. Okay.
Yeah, on the song they show it SHELLEYFABARES.
Uh,
So the
Okay.
wine snob screwed up. So you owe us all a bottle.
or the website I took the lyrics off of screwed up. Let's blame them.
I always thought she was just Donna Reed.
I think that's a different person.
IMDb is the app I have, and it's
Oh,
She's the daughter,
I
right?
don't know what it's whatever. I Googled lyrics for Johnny Angel. That's where I got it. Anyway, let's learn something about Fort Ross Seaview.
Okay.
Here's
My favorite picture,
Karen's favorite picture.
That picture makes,
much like my mind.
So we're talking. Oh, that's next week. We're talking about this little parrot. So Fort Ross Seaview is actually completely ensconced within the Sonoma Coast AVA. So it's a little chip out of Sonoma Coast AVA. So as we know from our studies that a wine can be labeled as Fort Ross Seaview AVA or Sonoma Coast AVA or Sonoma Valley AVA. They're all within each other.
Let's be Sonoma Valley is more specific.
Sonoma Valley is yeah. There's a couple of areas, but also the areas that are not covered by sub AVAs can also be Sonoma Valley. But we got Sonoma Valley over here too, and over here too.
Oh, excuse me. Oh.
Okay, so this is the Fort Ross Seaview AVA. I found a smaller map that showed or a larger map showing the smaller area. And then here we go. Delgado's right here. Delgado's Vineyard is right here. Flowers is right here. And Fort Ross Vineyard is the only one that has a winery inside the Fort Ross Seaview AVA. So right there. And here's the actual Fort Ross. So right
Fort
there.
Ross is where we used to go abalone diving.
Oh, cool.
you go to Drager's to get this.
So this is a picture of the Fort Ross area, and this is a picture of Fort Ross, which is close to church at Fort Ross.
Great picture.
Yeah, I had to go out early in the morning yesterday to go catch that one.
You did an amazing job, David. It's great.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It was a lot of work. It was cold with the fog.
Yep.
So Fort Ross Seaview AVA, located in the far western Sonoma County. The Fort Ross Seaview AVA was finally approved in early 2012, so not that long ago, through wine grapes that have been farmed here, albeit sporadically, for 2 centuries. The first grapes planted in Napa and Sonoma counties were planted at the historic Fort Ross in 1817. Fort Ross Seaview is a small AVA with approximately 555 acres of vineyards planted on steep coastal ridges at elevations from 920 to 1800 feet. This coastal cooled AVA is distinguished from other Sonoma Coast AVAs both by its elevation and proximity to the Pacific Ocean. Still, with its relative remoteness, steep mountainous terrain, and low yields, farming vineyards here is not for the faint of heart. The region boasts just a handful of growers, but some of California's finest producers of Pinot Noir and Chardonnay have vineyards in the AVA, including Flowers, Wayfarer, and Martinelli. Lester and Linda Schwartz were instrumental in the formation of the Fort Ross Seaview AVA, and they founded the Fort Ross Seaview Wine Growers Association to promote the region and its vineyards.
Why is it not for the faint of heart?
Because of the terrain, it's difficult farming, steep and rocky probably too. So within the Fort Ross Seaview AVA, we have flowers. And from the initial plantings of more than 30 years ago has been inspired and defined by the Sonoma Coast. Among the first to see the potential for growing world-class Pinot Noir and Chardonnay along the fog-shrouded Pacific Ocean, sometimes referred to as the far Sonoma Coast, their rugged, windswept vineyards represents extreme viticulture in the pursuit of crafting wines representative of time and place. Working in agricultural isolation on the edge of the coast to present a pure expression of one of the world's truly exceptional places to make wine. Organic practices, or organic and biodynamic farming emphasize an approach as stewards of the land, resulting in healthier vines and higher quality soils. And then we
I bet you
have,
they have a nice view there of that, where you could sit,
Yeah.
right? Bet you they have a nice view.
this little seating area
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Look at the next one though.
Yeah.
Got a
Oh,
nice
wow.
view. Look at that.
So this is the Fort Ross Winery. So they really are just overlooking the Pacific right there. They section virgin forest and grasslands in the high coastal ridges of the Sonoma Coast overlooking the Pacific Ocean. Told by academics that it was too risky to plant a vineyard on these cool, foggy coastal ridges so close to the ocean, they were undeterred. And in 1994, they carefully sourced exceptional heritage clones whose attributes they believed would reveal the terroir, varietal typicity. They began to prepare and plant the first vineyard blocks of their 53-acre vineyard. In tribute to their South African heritage, someone's going to have to read this because my screen blocks it.
They source phenotyped budwood from the original founding blocks in that. Yeah, I can't see the rest of it.
Yeah, that's all we have too.
Yeah, okay. So Pinotage is typical of South Africa. It's where it was created. They crossed Pinot Noir with Sensal to make this other great Pinotage.
Pinot Noir with what? With what other grape?
Sensal.
Heard of it.
CINTS. I don't remember how to spell it. Obviously, my spelling skills are not the greatest.
We never noticed.
It starts with a C. Sensal. I think it ends with A-U-L-T. Sensal. Like it's pronounced Sensal though. The French tend to drop off the last couple of characters. I put this in here because it was on their website. I included it because it shows you how different the soils are where they are growing their grapes.
That's pretty amazing.
Anything from a light kind of mustardy ochre to a dark chocolatey brown. Really cool. So these are these names, these people. These are Lester and Linda Schwartz. They're the ones that got Fort Ross AVA as a separate AVA. They're the ones that applied for that, and they were the only winery in that AVA. And then we have Ramey, the one I have. Ramey in 1996 at Dominus Winery, Christian Moix agrees to allow David Ramey to make a little Chardonnay on the side. David and Carla Ramey start Ramey Wine Cellars. It's about a family of wines crafted for the now, but even better with age. Bold, but in check, sensual. These are wines in perfect balance. Rainy wine cellars guided by passion and a commitment to goodness in the glass. And I agree with that. It's really good. It's about respect for the land. Nature guides their process and they listen closely. It's about terroir. The vineyards are selected for their ability to sustainably produce the highest quality fruit. The soil must be right for the climate, which must be right for the terrain, which must be right for the varietal. It's about harmony, the marriage of old world methods with new world innovations. And ironically, that's all I got. So next week we are going to do rock pile AVA. Any questions before I close this down?
I just would like to make a comment. The Ramey, whoever wrote all of that information up, did a bang up job to sell us on that wine.
Yeah, I had never had this wine before, and I'm a fan. It's it's Christmas. It's
No, we have
very
flowers.
similar to a Chablis from Burgundy,
Hmm.
as opposed to a Chablis from Gallo.
So I'm really getting confused because what I've noticed, and it may be also with Napa, but with these Sonoma wines, the wineries are not located, the winery physically itself is not located in the AVA. Their grapes are, but their place where they live are not.
Yeah. Don't be all that concerned about that. So it just means that they're not an estate winery like Inglenook, where which is kind of more modeled around a Bordeaux chateau, where we grow everything and it surrounds the chateau. These practices are more common than what we do. So, but either having their own vineyards in a different AVA or buying grapes from somebody else's vineyard in a different AVA, as long as they're kind of dictating to the grower what they're looking for as far as ripeness and sugar content and pH and everything, then they can make wines based on that. So it's not bad. It's not a bad thing.
Seems like the trend of what started happening when everything started, booming for the wine. What did you say, Dorothy? I didn't hear what you were saying.
Well, we do belong to wine clubs in Sonoma. And I would say that wine clubs in 2 or 3 different AVAs, they will have grapes right where the winery is, but they will also, Rockpile is one of the places that they get grapes from. So Rockpile is, we have never gone to a winery in the Rockpile AVA.
I don't think there is one.
But
It's honestly a rock pile sitting over Lake Sonoma.
We've driven by.
Oh, there's a winery or two in Rockpile.
Right, but we've had a number of different wines from vineyards, from Rockpile vineyards.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I guess that's maybe more common in Sonoma County than in Napa. I don't know.
Well, we noticed a bunch in Napa too, David, where the winery would be one place and then they have grapes in another spot, another vineyard of their own, or like you say, buying them.
Right.
There's one of the areas, so if you already have an established winery and then you decide you want to make wine from grapes from a different region, then it's not that uncommon to do that. So Howell Mountain is a good example. There's a lot of vineyards on Howell Mountain, and the wineries aren't there. Nickel and Nickel has vineyards up there. There's quite a few others that they get their grapes from there. So that just trying to, I think they're trying to just so have a source of grapes that they can do something different at their winery instead of just what's grown at their winery. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, one of the wineries that one of our Delormier, I mean, they will have several different Zinfandels or Cabernets or whatever, and they'll have Rockpile and a Dry
Yeah.
Creek and a,
Alexander Valley. Yeah.
right. And they're in Alexander Valley.
Right.
What was the name of the winery you just said? On Prairie?
Delormier,
Oh,
Delor.
IMIER.
so I had to quit because I was getting so confused. That's why this is so very interesting. David, I heard you say when Dorothy was talking, saying that there aren't very many actual wineries in Rockpile. The names of the wineries that you wrote down, are they actually in Rockpile? Or are they the grapes just from there?
Okay, Rock.
Truett-Hurst,
No. So no.
There.
Moritzen Wines are, and then there's also one called Rockpile. We're gonna cover them next week.
I know. Yeah,
Oh.
sorry, I'm skipping ahead.
I got
Which-
that. I finished. That one's all done. That's ready to go.
But several wineries, when you look at Sonoma, several will be in Healdsburg
Yeah.
and
Or the winery might be in the AVA, but they have the tasting room in Healdsburg as opposed.
that's right.
Right.
That's
exactly.
Easier to get to Healdsburg than it is to go up these mountain roads to where
Right.
their wineries are.
Right.
I guess that's why I'm so confused. Okay.
It's not having a tasting room in New Healdsburg with no winery is pretty common too.
Right.
Go there very often. I haven't been to Healdsburg in a long time. Maybe we need to do a field trip.
There we
I like that
go.
plan.
You know, that might be very interesting because we all know, some of us know Napa like the back of our hands, but none of us know Sonoma.
We know Sonoma better.
Right. One of the advantages of Delormier that we belong to is they're part of the Wilson Group. So there are now 12 wineries. We get wine club discounts at all 12. We get tasting privileges at all 12. We can bring some guests, not 12, I'm sure, but we.
Right.
Yeah, you could probably do that.
That is so cool.
Well, and then I usually get inner winery discounts at
Sure.
wineries, and I also get complimentary tastings at most wineries. It doesn't always happen. Like Staglin, I didn't get discount.
We've
Anyway.
always enjoyed it when we've gone to Sonoma,
I could have used the discount at Staglin, I tell you.
right?
We've always had a good time there.
They did have some good wine now.
They have really good wine.
I think that what it's been a very long time
We used to go to
since we've
Healdsburg all
gone,
the
but
time because of the triathlons.
yeah, but we didn't drink wine back then. More Zinfandel is what we kind of, not on purpose, but that's when we go to the wineries that we've gone to, it's more of Zinfandels.
Right. In Sonoma. Yes.
Yes, in Sonoma.
Dry Creek
But
Valley.
Dry Creek specializes in
Yeah.
Zin. Rockpile also does a lot of Zin.
Right.
I'm not a great fan of Zin personally.
But you should broaden your
Could
horizon.
be.
I
think I bought a Zin when we were at Equinox.
no.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And you know, that's funny because Eric for years has always said, I don't like Pinots. I don't like Pinots. Well, he's been broadening his horizons.
Well,
The same
I
with.
may say my horizon had been to Zinfandel and it went over the horizon. So,
If you was ever born into an Italian family, you would eat about everything that was made on the face of the earth.
Eat or drink, yes.
Yeah, eat or drink.
yeah.
If you didn't eat it,
The trouble with most Zinfandels today, they're extremely high alcohol and sweet and jammy, and
Too sweet, huh?
I'm
Yep.
so over that style.
I mean,
Yeah.
But-
I had
but
a Rombauer's in and I almost threw up. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is this? It just
Oh, no,
it
you
was
come to
so far from what I
There's some
expected.
ranch that are 18.5, but you won't, you will like them, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
You need to come to Ohio, Eric, and
What'd you
Try
say?
it.
The alcohol was what, Bill?
at Schoolhouse Winery. Oh, talk
18.5
about
on the
throw
Zen,
up.
it's up in the port for alcohol content.
Well, we had down here in San Jose, we had Mirasu Winery, which their flagship wine was a Zinfandel, and I always enjoyed it. But I didn't have any for a long, long time, and then I had that Rombauer, and I'm like, this is crap.
And that was back when we were racing. We didn't drink wine then. We didn't even know what wine was.
Yeah, we did. Well, we used to do that race at the vineyards in Mirasu,
Yeah.
and we drank a lot of the Zinfandel then.
Yeah.
isn't that what happens, David?
Reuniti on ice. It's nice.
Oh, God.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
my God.
Is that what happens? Usually when people start to drink, they'll drink a sweeter wine and eventually go to a drier wine.
When they grow up, when their palate matures.
I'm saying, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
we definitely
We
started out.
get a lot of newbies. We get people that really have no business going to Napa Valley at all because they don't like the wines from there that are like our wines. They go, oh, these are sour.
Wow.
Here's a sugar packet. Here, put some in your wine.
It's their it's their palate.
Well,
They don't know.
We get people that go. I often host in the Athenaeum for the library tastings, and these people are not even. They're barely beginner drinkers. They shouldn't even be drinking that.
And they're
older
pouring
wine.
it out probably, right? Pouring it
Well,
out.
no, or they're getting.
What? Or they just, I don't know. They have no clue what the wine is, and they don't like it because it's not what they're used to, I guess. I don't know.
But they're learning, just like people who start drinking sake who don't like it, and eventually by the end of 2 months love it.
That actually loves it after 2 months. I missed that part.
Oh, sake sucks. I don't care.
Well, no, I think what David just said, I can relate to sake because when we first had sake way back when, we didn't like it because it was
What are you talking about? You always ordered it.
No, it was yuck.
I didn't even know.
Or even if you say beer, some people think beer is yuck, but when you learn about it and you get the palate, so I can't imagine being in David's job and going to serving at the library.
Part of the problem there is we get people come in, and what we're looking for is people with a palate and can appreciate the wine and will buy some. The people that have no wine and come in and drink library wines, they're never going to buy any of that.
Yeah,
it's pretty much it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
I'm not educating them because that's not what they like. They're not there yet. They need to.
Yeah, it's because it's such a trendy thing to go to Napa and taste and stuff, and
So what it is we're not getting wine lovers. We're getting tourists.
Yeah. But if they go to, what's the? I can't think of the guy's name. The guy that I played when we were in Napa, when we were at the cow barn.
Bobby?
the guy.
Anyway, they go to that winery and they have the Cabernet that's mixed in whiskey barrels or something, and they love that crap.
Mondavi?
Yeah, Mondavi.
Yeah.
And because they've taken Mondavi from this place down here and they put it down here. So
Eric just reminded us about how much fun that play, us being in our characters, was. That's another really awesome thing you do, David. You're very talented.
So I don't know if we're ever going to use it because I was asked to do this by Stephanie, who now has left the company. Damn it. She's going back to help her family run their winery in Sokol, in Santa Cruz.
Oh,
So go visit.
Stephanie, tall Stephanie?
Yeah,
That just happened then.
it
Tall?
just happened Friday.
Yeah,
was her-
she's very tall.
Well, I mean, she's tall.
She's taller than we
They
are.
have Sokol Vineyards down in Sokol. Go visit. They're only open on the weekends. But she asked me to do it for a team building project. Well, I actually volunteered. She didn't ask me. She mentioned it to me. I said, "Oh, that'd be fun. Do a escape room."
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I built a scenario for an escape room, which would be a lot better than the thing I did for us. But I've got it sitting right in my cabinet right there. But we may never ever do it. It'd be cool, but yeah, I spent a lot of time.
Yeah, I tell you what, you gotta be devious if you're gonna put up an escape room, because those people have built those things. Yeah, we went through one of them. It was crazy.
I've never done. I've always seen it done on TV. I've never done one.
They have a bunch of them down here. Didn't we go by?
We
They
did
had
one.
like 2 or 3 of them in the same mall
I
or
don't
something.
think I couldn't do them. I'm too claustrophobic.
Oh no, that was in
No,
Hawaii, wasn't it?
We're not going. It's fine. You won't be actually locked in, but the only thing is, it would make any sense for like you guys, my group, to do it, because you have to have some knowledge of things in the winery that you don't have knowledge of.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
Ours,
even then, even with that knowledge,
Yeah.
I think mine is going to be hard to actually figure it out.
We went with another couple, and we were in 2 separate, they're like jail cells, what they were. And
Oh.
the men were in one, the women were in the other. We had to see who could break out. Yeah.
I made this thing so it actually, because I figured it'd be quite a few people, that would be 2 teams trying to get to the same end result, but from taking from different ends. So they, I don't know, does it make sense? It's more like a treasure map where you find one clue, you go there, you find the next, you go there. But they're doing the same clues, but the starting,
Like a scavenger hunt.
yeah, like a scavenger
Yeah.
hunt, but they're not doing it at the same time. One's going for clue A and the other one's doing clue B, and they'll eventually be doing the same clues, but they're doing it at different times. They're not in the same place at the same time.
I have a VR game that's like that. You got to get
Virtual
through
reality. Oh, yeah.
things.
I would much rather you create
A drinking game?
no new characters for each of us.
Instead of beer pong.
And instead of having women be men, to have
Have men be women?
to have us each. I mean, because some of us really got into it. I mean, I read the book and read her biography, and it was really fun.
I never
have
did
a
get to
couple-
slap Karen around very much, though. I was looking forward to that.
I think it might have been the other way around.
Well, I was looking forward to that too.
I actually do have more of those. I did like 4 different ones. That was just one of them. But
I think that the people you were talking about coming to Inglenook, it's more of a experience than the wine tasting, David.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what time of year, because it seems like it used to be summertime, harvest time when we get the tourists, but now we seem to get them all year round.
yeah,
So-
'cause
Yeah,
I
it's crazy there in the Napa. It's, go in any winery. Just,
Yeah.
you can see the people that don't know what the hell's going on.
and I was like, oh, bucket list. I'd love to go there in Napa. And, it slowly came together then. And that's how we found you, though, through Mary Jane. She was saying about your mom and all. And then we did some creeping on Facebook and whatever else. And
Creeping. You stalking me?
Creeping?
man?
I said the first email I sent, I said it probably sounded like I was stalking you. And then I sent another one, and then we finally hooked up. So that was good.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
wow.
Good. We had a good visit when we were out there. It was fun.
I've enjoyed both times I've seen
I
you.
had some good experiences with Mary
Okay,
Jane
yeah.
myself.
No, different Mary Jane. Not the green
Oh,
weed.
sorry, my bad.
Okay, so back to the library tasting. I'm sure that you have a routine that you're supposed to do, although can you figure out like almost immediately that these people are not going to appreciate it and you change your routine? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I hardly ever get actually people that are like wine collectors or that
Really?
yeah, hardly ever. So I don't have necessarily a routine, but I ask people, where they're from. Is this their first time to Inglenook? Is it their first time to Napa? Sometimes it's their first time tasting wine ever.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
And then my key question at the whole very beginning is this: who did the reservation, and do you know what you signed up for? and I'll tell you, 9 times out of 10, they don't know what they signed up for. They don't know what the experience is about.
So these are people that have booked this on their own rather than hiring a tour guide or something.
Right. These are people that you could book it online on our website. You could select this, and I'll of those 9 out of 10 that don't know what they actually signed up for, they just said they just wanted a really good experience.
That's Eric.
Well, they wanted a good experience, and they know that Inglenook is a good winery. And
Eric, that's where the Mary Jane come in right there. They forgot all about.
I see.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's focusing on you, Eric.
that's good. Gotta
Zoomed in on you.
get up and move. And it goes on Scott. There we go. See?
Yeah, there we go.
Scott.
Mine doesn't. I could do that too.
Are you on an iPad, Eric?
No. We're on a portal.
Oh, that's right.
What's that mean?
A portal is a device that you use Facebook Messenger to make phone calls. So during the pandemic, our kids got one, so we could talk to the grandkids. They call us, and then we can see them. And then this is an updated one that.
So it's a device.
Yes. Yeah.
Like a kind of camera, but a special kind of camera.
Yeah, it's like an iPad, so you can do certain things on it. But so like we could call them on Messenger, and then they have these little apps where we could click on something and tell stories. And then the stories would, if we were saying the
It would be a book.
Red Riding Hood or something, then one of us would, the portal would put Red Riding Hood on us, and then one of us would be the big bad wolf. And so we would tell the kids stories, and they would call us every night, or their friends would.
Their friends started calling me.
Friends started calling us to tell them the stories on the.
because like you said, it makes you look like Little Red Riding Hood or the wolf or.
Let's turn that on. Let's see what that looks like.
Well,
I don't know if we can do that. We'd have to call you on Messenger.
And
got it.
and it also has the whole storybook so that we're reading what the story
And the
says.
story comes up, and then there's captions for us to read it. And everything. So
We could have like wine time with Eric and Sharon.
there you go. There you go.
It was fun
It
when we
was.
did that. I'm ready to go back to COVID lockdown.
Oh, I'm ready to go back to lockdown anytime.
Of course you are.
Just get me the wine.
So
Oh,
is
look
it
at
kind of like
David.
this? Are you talking about this?
No, it wouldn't be. It was similar to that, except they would have my face. It would just have the costume around me, so you could still see that it was me.
How did But I have one of my Weight Watchers people do that.
Yeah.
It's choose avatar. So I could be a cow.
You could do it.
Very good.
How did we used to do that?
No.
That's
It
a whole.
used to be a story thing, huh? And then plus the kids would sit here and make all kinds of faces and do all kinds of things.
So in my Bible class, we're talking about
Excuse me.
to remember the different things we ruminate and chew our cud. No.
Lambs.
Looks like a lamb, not a cow.
I think that Holstein's been in the vineyard.
Yeah, that's a very,
It doesn't show
I don't know if we
my
can.
wine glass. Too bad.
He has difference.
See this cow drinking wine. That'd be funny.
looks like it has a collar.
Nice of you.
I know. It's
Oh, do
like I'm a pastor in
A priestly kind of cow, huh?
Is this one different than the other one then? We can't do that.
I don't know.
It was called the effects.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is under your video setting. It's set choose avatar.
Hey.
You guys want to do it, or I could just blur. Anywho,
Well, I think we should all toast Jenny. We didn't see Jenny tonight. Fingers crossed. Maybe.
I actually sent her a message this afternoon, not even thinking about being Tuesday night.
All right.
And she hasn't responded, but that doesn't mean
she
anything.
doesn't want to make it.
Mean that she's having a baby.
That could be.
Oh, that.
That would be
Could
But
be.
when is she due?
It's not due
It
till
wasn't due for a couple of weeks, but they were evidently concerned about letting her go full term. So,
That's
Mhm.
right. So maybe that's what's going on. I didn't even think about that. So I texted her,
Yay.
say, are you having a baby?
I thought she was in the hospital and was sending us a message from the bed, just saying, "Hey, I'm not going to be there."
right?
I don't think she's going to be thinking about us.
Oh no, she's going to be thinking about us.
What?
How far is it for Bill and Dorothy to go to see her in Davis?
Oh, I don't think they heard you, Sharon.
No.
I don't think they heard you,
It's not
Sharon.
that
Well,
far.
I think are they paused? Bill and Dorothy,
No,
can you
they're
hear me?
We
Yeah.
can hear
wines going around.
Yeah.
Then
Okay, Scott, you asked the question.
I'm getting the same thing. I can see their lips moving, but nothing's coming out.
It's not that far for them to go to Davis.
No, it's close. It's a lot closer than the rest of all of us. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's closer for them than us.
I knew we could,
Yeah.
we could hear you again.
I need to go start dinner. Cooking tonight.
Okay.
What you having?
Okay. But I
I'm
think we
having-
want Jenny to know if she's not thinking of us, we're thinking of her.
there we go.
I texted and said.
There you go. And how long does it take you to get there from your house?
To get to Davis?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's cool. We're hoping that we're going to be driving through at the end of the month and getting to see her and the baby. We'll
Yeah.
wait and see.
At the end of May.
Fairfield.
I want to go to Tahoe.
Yeah, stop along the way. We're on the way.
You are on the way.
Are you on the way to Tahoe also?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
Fairfield.
They're off the
But not the way we go. You know. So, yeah, I
No,
guess
not
we
the way-
go by there.
You
Yeah, we
go-
go by there.
Right?
Well,
Fairfield, Suisun, Vacaville,
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, we might not have to.
all the towns I lived in at one time.
Okay.
Why do you go that way, not just go up through the other way?
Because
The other way?
I don't like
You
the
mean Stacy?
I don't like the other way.
'Cause you're-
Tracy?
Yes, through Tracy and go north.
Yeah, I don't like going through Tracy
Doesn't
Oh.
that take you to the
and
other
Stockton
part?
and that stuff creeps me out. I don't like it.
But
Well,
don't
you
have
do when you
cross
go
the
to
bridge.
Great Wolf.
Well, I don't go to Great Wolf. I've never been to Great Wolf.
Oh, well, you're going to, so.
No, I
You've been to
understand
Great
that,
Wolf?
but that's way before
Great Wolf
Tahoe.
Lodge?
That's way before
Yeah, it's a
Tahoe.
water
Mhm.
Yeah.
thing.
Kids love it.
Yeah.
Nana loves it. They love it that I'm there doing it with them.
think not. I think.
No, it's the same reason that when we're coming from San Jose, I hate to go 880 to make that crossover to 680. I just go 280 to 680 and go around. I
He
just
doesn't like Mission Boulevard.
well, because then you're in this traffic and
Then you're
I
in
just
Fremont. Who wants to go to Fremont?
yeah.
Who wants to go to Oakland? We've gone to Oakland for the last 3 weekends for basketball.
Oh, I think we know that place.
We know that place.
We know that place.
Yeah.
You home soon?
There's like 3 or 4 of them, and they're all in Oakland.
Oh, somebody's in the house. Maybe it's not Sue.
Yeah.
There's a couple of
Sue?
But once you get into the gym, you don't even know. What would you say, Bill?
see everybody next week.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm gonna sign us all off. Cheers.
All right.
See ya.
See you guys next week.
Be good.
We'll do rock pile.
We're thinking about you, Jenny.
Yeah.
Think about you, Jenny.
yeah. Love you, Jenny. If you're still watching, however you do that. Yep.
Watching?
Down. Yeah, there you go.